So going over the famous train tracks, right? Pretty good. And acceleration. Wow. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we are finally going to be able to go over the all-new 2022 Chevy Traverse. First and foremost, though, a huge shout out thank you to the Large Miller Chevy here in Murray for giving me some time with the Traverse. Check out the inventory in the description down below. This one is available for sale. If you're interested, reach out to them. Let's get into the video. Under the hood, we have a naturally aspirated 3.6 liter V6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 17 around town and then 25 on the highway, with power outputs being 310 horsepower and then 266 pound-feet of torque. Now let's go over the front end of the Traverse. So first off, you guys can see you've got these really nice body lines here on the hood, and then coming down below, I love the new accent lighting here. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. As you can see, you've got the LED accent light right there, and then you can actually see the headlight on just down below. It seems like Chevy's doing that with a lot of their vehicles, where they're putting it kind of lower on the vehicle, which is pretty interesting from a design standpoint. Got the chrome trim around there, and then also on the front grille as well with the normal Chevy bow tie. And overall, I actually really like the styling on this. I think it looks sharp and sporty overall. Coming around the side here, we've got two 55mm tires wrapped around 18-inch wheels in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see the design on the wheels themselves. I think it looks really good. Again, especially for like an entry-level package like this is. You've got the plastic molding for the fender flares, Traverse logo there on the side, and then the plastic molding continues all the way down to the rear. I think this is kind of interesting how this like pokes out just a little bit here. I'm wondering if it's because the offset of the tire. That's kind of my guess. But other than that, here's your full side view. You guys can see kind of like the chrome trim around the windows, and then obviously the rails there at the top, and there you go. Now here is the key fob. We have the unlock, the lock, the remote start, and then the opening here for the hatch. So press that twice and should open up. If you guys are wondering, for the remote start, you have to lock it and then hold the remote start function, and then that's what will do the remote start. Anyways, you guys can see here, there we go. We've got the storage space underneath. Ooh. And then you can see here with the rubber floor covering, and that continues onto the back of the seat, so you don't have to worry about damaging the seat or anything like that, or getting it dirty. And you've got a little strap that you pull, and then basically once you pull that, you can just push it forward, and then same strap to pull the seat back into place, but you do have to lift the headrest up by yourself. And other than that, that's everything for the rear. So press that button, and there you go. Now let's finish things up here with the rear. So first off, I love the styling of the new taillights. This just looks super sharp. It kind of reminds me of like a spaceship in a sense. Really cool. Got your regular badges here on the back as well. Got the dual outlet exhaust tips, which make it look a little bit sportier. Parking sensors here, and then notice you got like a cover there for a receiver hitch, which is cool. And yeah, that's all for the rest of the rear. Now here's the door panel on the back. Notice first off we have some nice soft touch padding right here. We've got the window control. Tons of storage space here on the door panel. And then here are these seats. So I got these nice cloth seats here. I like the design on it, and so you guys will notice that there's like three different main textures. You have like the center texture, which is like the roughest, and you have this, which is a little bit softer than this. Actually, no, sorry, this is the softest. This is kind of like in between, basically. But yeah, there are the seats. And let's pop in so you guys can see the old man slippers are on today. You guys can see headroom, and then you can see the climate controls right here for the rear. This one does have the captain chairs. Now as for the very back, you know what? It's easy to get to, so we'll go back there. Enjoy. Oh my gosh, squeezing my legs. Ah! Okay, we're back here. So legroom, a little bit cramped. Yeah, so I fit back here. There's a USB, which is nice. Short trips, this is fine. I would not want to be back here on a road trip though, as an adult. A kid, I'd be fine because my legs wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be smashed up like this. Anyways, let's head to the front. Now here's the door panel at the front. You guys can see again with all of the padding. You've got your window controls here. The front one is automatic for the driver's side. And then you can see the mirror adjustments here, door lock and unlock. And then you can see the mirrors themselves. This is for the hatch. And then you guys can see here with the seat, again with the cloth trim there in the center and then here on the sides as well. The seats are power adjustable. There is the pedal layout down below. We got the light control just up above, and then more soft touch right there. And there's our look before we pop in. So here is the steering wheel. So notice that we've got leather all around. You got the darker stitching there on the center, which makes it all match. Controls here for the center stack, cruise control on the other side. And notice we've got our turn signal stock. We have our windshield wiper stock as well, and then radio controls there on the back of the steering wheel, and there's the steering wheel. Now here is the center gauge clutch. You guys can see that it's mostly analog gauges. You do have a screen there in the center which will show you different bits of information on the vehicle. It is in demo mode, so you can't really see anything, but you guys can see phone, navigation, music, regular information, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, that's all for that portion. Now there are some drive modes. First off, there is the all-wheel drive mode. And then if we go from that, we have our off-road mode. And then if we go from that, we have our tow mode. And then I think you have to circle back. Yeah, the same. Oh, no, you don't have to. You can go full circle, so you don't have to circle back the same way around, if that makes sense. Like Ford makes you do that with their drive mode select with the new F-150, where you can't like do a full circle. This you can, if that makes sense. You guys will understand with the dial. Now here's the center infotainment system. First off, response time with the screen is great. I don't know what just happened there. So we're gonna pop it into reverse. As you can see, we've got a really good camera system with this car. We got the bird's eye view. You've got the trajectory lines right there that turn with the steering wheel. And then notice we've got viewpoints out of pretty much every single angle here on the vehicle itself, including the side as well, which again, for, you know, an entry-level package, I think this is great. And anyways, moving on from that to the rest of the infotainment system, I guess that's why is it was turned off the screen. So just press the home screen button and it'll turn the screen on, so you can turn it on or off. Anyways, you guys can see response time with the screen is great. You've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and I wonder what this button here does. Ah! Just like the Corvette. So there's storage space here. I assume so, but I didn't want to say so without pressing the button. That's pretty cool, actually. It's like a party trick. And also, it's a great place to hide stuff from the wife. Maybe I need to get a Traverse. Down below here, we've got our analog climate controls. It has a dual zone climate, heated seats for the front. And then you guys can see here with the charging area, we have a wireless phone charger area as well. We've got the shifter here for the 9-speed automatic with the low range. Got some cup holders right here, auto stop start here with the lane departure, parking, brake, and then again the drive mode select, but you can turn full circle so you don't have to go all the way back to get to the drive mode that you want. And then center console. You can see storage space in here is great. Sorry about my jacket getting in the way there. And you can see glove box here, and then more padding on the dash, which is really solid. And then finishing things up the top, I believe this one, oh, it has a camera mirror. Haha, cool. And then you guys can see darker colored headliner, but yeah, fancy. So this is a 2022 Traverse 1 LT Cloth all-wheel drive. So the window's pretty dirty, so you guys probably can't see anything. All you guys really need to know is the total MSRP is $43,950. And, well, let's take it out and see how she drives.
Which
Let's talk about visibility before we set off here. See visibility of the hood, both of the mirrors, and then throughout the rest of the rear. And let's set off. So we are setting off here in the Traverse, and I have literally waited like well over a month to be able to review this car. It was basically on a stop sale due to waiting for like a part or something. It's happening with a lot of manufacturers, not just Chevy, so don't like go and pick on Chevy. It's happening with a lot of manufacturers where they basically will ship the cars out to the dealership and say, hey, you can get someone lined up to buy this, but you know, before they can take delivery, we have to send this other part out from the factory, whatever it may be, right? Happens all the time. Anyways, super exciting to finally drive this, even though I'm probably a little bit late to the party. And here's what I have to say is ride quality with the new Traverse is great. Super smooth. Yeah, super smooth over bumps and everything. And I mean, yeah, really good. Road noise, it's right where it needs to be. Seat comfort, the seats are pretty firm, which I personally like. I don't like it when seats are way too soft. I mean, for short trips, it's kind of nice, right? Because you're like, I'm sitting in a pillow. But then for long trips, it doesn't, you know, they don't have the support where you're like, I feel like I'm being held up, and it feels more like you're just sinking in and then your back hurts once you get up and all that. And seats like this don't do that. So I actually, I like them. I like the seats. Turn-in's pretty good too. Doesn't feel front wheel drive, which is great. I'm in the 2-wheel drive mode. But yeah, it's nice so far. It's comfortable. Ride quality is really good, and so you know, it would be great from a daily driver perspective with what I've felt so far. So going over the famous train tracks, right? Pretty good. And acceleration. Wow. Don't even need to put it in all-wheel drive. It's good. This V6 is peppy. But not only is this V6 peppy, I'd have to say also it grips really well. It doesn't torque steer or anything like that. And again, I'm just in 2-wheel drive, so that's impressive. Also, this pedal is deceptively like close, far away rather. Like it's super close to you, but then like to actually go all the way down, you actually have to like be close. Like I thought I was in the right seating position, but then when I just went full down, I had to like really extend my like toe and everything. So I guess you're probably going to be closer to the steering wheel and pedal than you think with this vehicle. It's kind of like a longer throw, I guess. But anyways, let's sum things up with the new Traverse. First off, exterior wise, I think it looks great. I think this is a vehicle that actually is like cool enough to where I would like, when I see I've seen a couple of these on the road, and I'm like, that actually looks like a desirable, like a very desirable vehicle. That's just my personal opinion. I think they like this new styling. I know some people might not like it initially, but I think it's gonna grow on people, and I really like it because it looks good. Interior wise, I'm actually very impressed with all the stuff this has, right? Yes, it has the cloth interior and all that, but at the price point that it's at, this makes sense. But it's got a lot of cool tech, right? The 360 camera system, the camera mirror as well, and then, you know, having the heated seats and all that. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with all the stuff that this actually has at the price point that it's at. Because I mean, if you look at something like Dodge Durango, you're not going to get all this for this price. You're going to have to spend like $50-something thousand with that manufacturer to get something similar to this with tech and all that. And I don't think they have the camera mirror in the Durangos yet. I can't remember. Review too many cars. But anyways, the point that I'm trying to make is I think this new Traverse looks great, drives great, and I think it's a really good value. I think that Chevy did a really good job with this. And so if you're looking for, you know, an affordable third row SUV, check out the new Traverse. Now let's get some things up for our video on this 2022 Chevy Traverse. Again, a huge shout out and thank you to the Larry Miller Chevy here in Murray for giving me some time with the Traverse. Check out the inventory in the description down below. I'll see all of you in that next video.